Hi and Assalamualaikum to everybody. My name is Muhammad Aliff bin Azmi. I am the leader of this group, and today my group and I will be presenting about the automotive steering system for the assignment of MEV 321. So let's move on to the first part, which is the history of steering system. So when the steering system is invented, the first automobiles were steered with a tiller in 1894, which is the person who invented it was Alfred Vacheron. He took part in the Paris Rouen race with a Panhard 4 horsepower model, which he had fit with a steering wheel. This is to be said to be one of the principal's early application of steering system. Next, we move on to the second one, where from 1898, the Panhard and Levasseur cars were equipped as a standard with a steering wheels. Charles Rolls introduced the first car in Britain fit with a steering wheel when he imported a 6 horsepower Panhard from France in 1898. After that, the Thomas B. Jeffrey and his son, Charles Jeffrey, developed two advanced experimental cars featuring a front-mounted engine, as well as a steering wheel that was mounted on the left-hand side. However, for its first mass-produced Ramblers in 1902, the early car maker used a more traditional rear engine and tiller steering arrangement. Then it ends in 1903. After that, by 1904, all Ramblers were equipped with a steering wheels. In autos, the steering wheel had completely replaced the tiller within a decade.
Okay, timelines and milestone of steering system technologies. The earliest known use of a steering wheel can be tracked back to 1894 by Alfred Vacheron when he wanted to join a competition of racing, and by 1904, all Ramblers models, one of the few mass-produced cars at the time, came with a steering wheel, and the tiller had been all but eradicated within a decade. In the 1920s, an engineer named Francis W. Davis wanted to make truck driving a little easier and invented the first power steering system to be fitted into a vehicle. Then, after that, auto manufacturers began to develop power steering technologies after that. Some were hydraulic, some electric, and others a mix of the two. For the future part, the first automation step have already been taken. For example, drivers can lift the steering to the park assist system without worries. As an example, we can see the Proton X70 use the automatic parking assist system in the car for the steering system, new steering system.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad HASHIM. Today I want to talk about the current technologies of the steering. In modern autos, steering mechanism known as rack and pinion steering is employed. A steering wheel placed in the front of the driver's seat is charged of providing feedback on what the wheels are doing as well as directing the direction the wheels are pointing in by spinning the wheel. They are available in a range of shapes and sizes, and some even include airbags and control for other car systems. From the steering wheel, a shaft known as the steering shaft passes through the automobile's firewall. Many new vehicles contain steering shafts that collapse in case of an accident, saving the driver from being gravely injured by the wheel. In a rack and pinion steering system, a pinion is coupled to the steering column. This pinion is like with a rake that is connected to the steering tie rods. Both of the pinion and the rake teeth are made of helical gears. The driver can work more smoothly and silently using helical gearing. When the steering wheel is cracked, the pinion rotates and the rake moves from side to side. The tie rods are connected to the rake at the end via ball joints, allowing steering and suspension movement. The reduction ratio has a mechanical advantage. The value of this ratio is also determined by the size of the pinion. Small pinion enable light steering but move from lock to lock take multiple steering wheel turns. A large pinion reduces the amount of turns in the steering columns, but the steering is difficult to turn. Most autos require 3 to 4 turns of the steering wheel to go from lock to lock from right to far left. The steering ratio specifies how far the steering wheel must be moved in order for the wheels to turn a given amount. A greater ratio indicates that you must move the steering wheel more to get the wheels to rotate a certain amount, while a lower ratio indicates that the steering wheel responds more rapidly. Several cars employ variable ratio steering. Various number of teeth per cm of toothpick are employed in the center at the end of the rack and pinion steering system. The results demonstrate that when the steering wheel is turned toward the lock, it is more responsive than when it is closer to its center position, allowing the vehicle to be more maneuverable.
Next, the advantage and disadvantage of latest technology over its predecessor. Okay. Electric power steering EPS versus hydraulic power steering HPS system is quite debatable topic. Some drivers still vote for the hydraulic system as a better driving features because it's offering a better feel for the road. Electric power steering makes the driving experience quite dull and in their opinion. According to most car experts and manufacturers, electric power steering is far better with fewer and simple components, whereas a hydraulic system has too many parts and increase the risk of failure. In this overview of the electric versus hydraulic power steering system, we found that the electric power assist system requires lower consumption of fuel to perform the same function as the hydraulic system. On top of it, it brings in the added benefit of less car maintenance, lesser wear and tear of the engine, greater lifespan, and much better functioning for the car.
Hi, my name is Muhammad AFNAN bin ASRI. So in this section, we'll be continue to discuss new and future technology in automotive steering system. Sophisticated redundancy concepts. While mechanical systems are thought to be instinctively safe, mechatronic systems can fail without showing any evidence of wear or damage. As a result, a functional safety concept for SBW stands for steering by wire systems without a mechanical fallback must include redundancies. So, purpose of safety is to keep control of the vehicle with minimal or no disruptions. This can be accomplished by establishing redundancy that can perform the original functionality without constraints resulting in failed operational behavior, or by maintaining a limited functionality in a degrade condition. So when this method is applied to SBW system, it results in a large number of double or triple components, which are likely to consume a large portion of package capability while also adding mass and expense. Redundancy of other components must be carefully assessed to see if a degrade state that is still safe but less disadvantageous can be allowed.
Based on the slide that we all have been presenting, we can conclude that the primary goal of steering is to keep the wheels pointed in the proper direction. The steering systems offers direction control mobility, smooth turn recovery, and minimal transfer of road shocks. The steering system must give control over the vehicle's direction of travel, adequate the maneuverability for parking, fast recovery from turns when the driver releases the steering wheel. So that's all from us. Thank you.